as always, has great initiatives and inspiring activities. Actually, we are so proud as a country from this region, from the Arab and Islamic world, to join elite club in the area of space exploration. Recently, UAE was accepted unanimously in this elite club for International Space Exploration Coordination Group. 14 nations who has great long history of space exploration, welcoming this emerging space nation to be part of this elite club. This is of course highly recognized of what we are trying to achieve as a country and on the national and the regional level. It also opened the door for us to interact and to learn and to share experiences for the benefits of mankind. We are so proud to be part of this. UAE is always providing positive contribution to mankind, and this is what we are trying to do.
The idea behind creating EDIC is to basically create a platform for defense industries. So the 16 companies were identified from مبادلة توازن AIG, and they're all in defense industries. The aim behind creating this platform is to ensure that we create and unlock existing synergies across the three companies. As you can imagine, these companies were under three different mother companies with different management philosophy. And what we're doing here within EDIC is that we're creating one single platform that identifies the needs of the GHQ, our main customer, and deliver to those requirements in the most efficient manner. Each one of those companies have the existing relationship between the company and major OEMs, with service providers, with regulators. And what we're doing with an EDIC is that we're building on those relationships. Yesterday or 2 days ago, we've signed a deal with Boeing, between Boeing, توازن Precision Industries, under the umbrella of the توازن Economic Council, in order to create parts for tactical airplanes here in the UAE. We've also signed a deal today with L3 Westcom in order to create an authorized service center in here. The deal was between L3 and Adasi. So you see that the business is going as usual when it comes to these companies, but we at EDIC are at the moment busy creating the synergies between those companies and identifying opportunities in which the companies can align, can grow, and can achieve efficiency. Our core mandate is to build the capabilities in the UAE, transfer knowledge, transfer technologies from OEMs to the UAE in order to ensure readiness for our GHQ client. The existing relationships that currently are in place between the assets and the universities are still valid, they're still growing. EDIC itself is looking at platforms or creating platforms that will build on those relationships. As we started, we are integrating and aligning 16 different companies at EDIC. That does not mean that we're stopping any operational development or opportunities. Ever since we announced EDIC in 2014, we have been participating in various platforms that enabled us to showcase EDIC and its companies. We've been to IDEX, we are today in Dubai Airshow, we've been to a number of other international exhibitions as well. The aim, again, and I'd like to emphasize, is to create efficiencies that will service GHQ and will provide readiness to our armed forces. And we can only do that by being approachable to OEMs, to suppliers, and to the whole supply chain.
Boeing came full up for this particular show, and that despite the lack of major orders like we had 2 years ago. You'll recall that in 2013 at this show, Boeing snatched the largest order in commercial aviation history. Now you can't recreate that every 2 years, but we nevertheless came full up. We brought our CEO, Mr. Dennis Muhlenberg. We brought the bosses of both defense and commercial, and we brought my boss, the boss of Boeing International, and had great customer interface, great contact. Why? Because we're committed to this market and we're committed to these customers in this region. And it's not about what order do you get at what show, it's about demonstrating your presence and your commitment. And I want to point out that for us, this is a year of celebration and inspiration because we're rolling into our centennial year, completing our first 100 years of business as Boeing. And one of the things we did as part of our worldwide celebration of that is we inaugurated our centennial Above and Beyond exhibit at Children's City in Dubai last Thursday. This is the first stop of a 2-year roadshow all around the world for this particular exhibit, and we chose to do it here in the United Arab Emirates. It'll be in Dubai for about 6 weeks, and then it goes down to Abu Dhabi for about 2 months, then out of the region, and then later back in. But it's not a coincidence that we chose to make the worldwide inauguration of that exhibit right here in the United Arab Emirates in further recognition of our commitment to these customers and to this market. We don't just contribute to the UAE, we contribute to every market in which we work or intend to work. You know, we have a very long history in this particular market. We've been in business 100 years. We've been in the Middle East in a full-time presence for about 70 of those 100 years. And that dates back to when we delivered a DC-3 to King Abdulaziz in Saudi Arabia back in 1945. So we're extremely committed to this region, and we have deep engagements, partnerships, and collaborative relationships all across the spectrum, from community to business to industrial and right up into the governmental sectors. You hit on a couple of things that we do, STEM work, whatnot, but we're involved with Injaz Al Arab on entrepreneurship programs. We're involved in STEM training in a number of ways in the schools. We have a project with Masdar in research and development of sustainable biofuels, one of our signature projects around the world actually in that area. University relationships, research and development relationships, technology relationships, it's the whole spectrum. And we're happy to have a good bit of that here in the United Arab Emirates, but frankly, we're doing it all over the region. At the end of the day, it's all about relationships. And for the Americans, it's important that they understand that. Sometimes they get focused on technology and the product. What's really important is the relationship, number one. And for our local folks, the emphasis that I would place is the importance of the aerospace sector to the United Arab Emirates and to the world at large, really. You know, while economies in the world are growing at 2.5%, 3%, commercial aviation is growing worldwide at over 6% a year. So this is a huge sector, and this is a sector that creates high-tech, really good, skilled jobs. And when you create those sort of jobs in your economy, it leads to other bits of that ecosystem.
You know that we have been in Dubai Airshow since the beginning of the show. We have a very long-term relationship with the UAE Air Force, and this show has grown bigger and bigger with the years. And now I think it's the place to be in the Middle East, in Dubai Airshow. We could see with these new facilities, with new airport, all the demonstrations, the flight display, the static display, all these booths, so it's a place to be. I think it's more and more professional. You can feel that it has grown a lot in different fields, in the commercial aircraft business, with all the MRO and all the activities, aerospace activities that is building up in Dubai, even space activities, and also military aircraft, which is more also, you know that we have two types of activities. We have business jet with our Falcon line, and we have our military aircraft with the Mirage 2000, the Rafale, and also some multi-mission Falcons. So I think that all these activities can be covered here, and we can find all the people we want to interact with. We have been working with Tawazun Dynamics in order to perform the integration of the Altaric range of weapons. And it was a strategic issue for the UAE Air Force to have this new capability fielded as soon as possible in the Mirage 2000-9. So in a very few period of time, very short period of time, a few months, we were able, together with Tawazun Dynamics, very successfully to fill these new capabilities that now I think the customer is proud to have.
We were delighted to present here a wide range of our products which are being used operationally currently here in the region. We're very proud to be part of the exercise of the effort done by the UAE Air Force and troops in the region. Here we're presenting the MRTT, the A330 MRTT, which is combat proven by the UAE Air Force, also by the Saudi Air Force, participating in the actions here in the region. We're also presenting the A400M, which was brought here by the French Air Force, coming back from a mission in Africa. So on the way back to Europe, they stopped here, presented the airplane for 3 days. And also we have here, of course, a wide range of commercial products. And we're very proud to be here and show our products here. Well, the A400M is a strategic airlifter, a tactical airlifter. It can be used as a air-to-air refueling to receive fuel and to deliver fuel, transport passengers, troops, cargo, land in unpaved runways, cruise at speeds and altitudes typical of jet airplanes. And I think you probably saw the crews that we're showing to you the airplane. They probably had a big smile on their face. The crews love it. Well, we want to be a privileged, a preferred partner for all the air forces in the region. We believe we have a wide range of products, be it from transport airplanes, air-to-air refueling, fighter airplanes, and we really want to continue being a partner, a preferred partner for you, for the region.
Absolutely delighted to be here, and as well as our corporation to be represented at the Dubai Airshow. We're here because we truly want to be a trusted partner for national security capability for the United Arab Emirates. I can't think of a better fit for our company, for our people, and to be a partner with our Emirati customers here in the UAE. We have just had a delightful start to the Airshow, and what we bring is an incredible innovation for the future for our Emiratis. It's a good example is an innovation challenge. This has been a 5-year program that we have worked with higher colleges of technology to literally teach, mentor, and guide students in science, technology, engineering, and math to learn how to build autonomous systems, aircraft, but really to learn how to do the engineering aspects of systems that they will build in the future that we will partner with them in doing. Based on Vision 2030, we too have a vision for our partnership in industry, our partnership with education. So Innovation Challenge is a classic example of the pillar of working with education to educate students in the science, technology, engineering, and math. The real surprise to us after 5 years of this competition was to find out during the Dubai Air Show that in fact the students are now developing their own vision for startup companies based on all the things that we taught them. How to fly airplanes, how to do aeronautical engineering, how to do microelectronics, put it all together and then design, develop, manufacture, and literally test fly a capability. And they're looking at that for their own drones and perhaps a business opportunity in the future.
It's been a very quick 2 years. Major 2 years for Tawazun Dynamics. We have announced the contract in the last air show. We are successfully delivering on that contract, which is really, it really happened fast in an industry where so many gaps are also going to be identified. So we've identified so much of industrial gaps, infrastructural gaps, that Tawazun Dynamics been able to fulfill as well to cater towards the successful delivery of the contract. Going from environmental labs to certain manufacturing capabilities that were well needed that actually require capital investments. Large capital investments were undertook by Tawazun Dynamics to fulfill the industrial gap that we saw in the fulfillment of such an industry where it's very complex, low volumes are the outcome, but high valued parts as well as high mix of components. And that required a different level of investment, different level of expertise, a very expensive learning curve as well, especially that the system is airborne. So that by itself was a big constraint on us. But we managed to successfully deliver to the end user. And so far we've been having positive feedbacks from the client as well.